here.
Sent a WhatsApp message.
Welcome. We are dealing with a topic which is really passionately affecting the lives of some youth, the young age Ugandans. And I don't mean young as per ability. These are the adults that we are supposed to rely on for the next generation. As we come to the close of this program in the next 25 minutes, which we are going to share amongst ourselves, a lot is required to be done. Referring to the existing government programs that are supposed to be the answer of the challenge of unemployment. Also looking at the issue of East African community, also that I do have interest in, is supposed to be providing employment opportunities for Ugandans. Honorable, yet the movement of labor is still restricted even in our neighborhood. I don't think the population we have of the youth that is too much that cannot be able to be absorbed even just within our region. If it was skilled, if it was experienced. But yet, we cannot say that our youth will be the master to themselves. They have a father, that's the government. What is being done and finally, maybe to seal it off, will not solve the whole problem at once. But I would like now to bring back our discussion to you, Honorable Matusa, on evaluating the government initiatives and other available opportunities to solve the youth unemployment.
Thank you. I want to add and say that government is actually not the father but the mother. Okay. You know, mothers do a lot to their children than us fathers. Okay. So now, fast forward, I want to make reference to, as a country, we've been addressing the issues of women so much. Girl, child, women, and somehow in a way, I think it has worked. What if in a country where 70% of the population are people aged below 35, what if we say every project that government comes with, say the PDM, can we segment clearly and say 30% of 100 million in every parish should go to the youth? The youth include both sexes, both male and female.
And female, right.
Parliament passed the PPDA amendment, where the legislation clearly provided that contracts with amount below 50 million be segmented for the youth. Now, if we can push this and come up with an enabling policy to see to it that this works, to ensure that, because in every part of this country we have different graduates, like you were saying off air, there are graduates of engineering, there are doctors, there are nurses, there are lawyers. What if, like say the engineers, put them into apprenticeship training for maybe a year, and after that they are constituted into different groups and companies. And say if the three of us and others are graduates of engineering, and we all come from Tororo, where I come from. Okay. Now the contracts below 50 million, those contracts, if it is given to us to develop us monetarily, but also in skills development, to get the experience that now we can pick up from there and do the bigger contract. Recently, the president guided, and it is now being implemented, that UPDF should manage most of these contracts, construction contracts. The same government should segment and say, contracts of renovation of these feeder road maintenance, those small contracts below 50 million, let it strictly be for the youth. The youth are the majority. 95% of people who go outside as laborers are actually youth. So if you create an enabling environment for them here, it will be okay. We have PDM now, but the danger is PDM does not provide for a clear boundary for the youth. And as a youth MP, and me and my colleagues, we are demanding with the Youth Council, we are demanding that let it be clear to the tune of maybe 30% be segmented for the 75% of our people. The other thing is, government had merged most of these interventions. But the good news is that recently Cabinet agreed, and very soon in the next quarter we shall have YLP program back. The danger is you bring a good program, YLP, where you expect our graduates, our people who didn't go to school, to go and pick money as loan. But at the same time, you're asking for land title, you're asking for guarantors.
Complicated.
A young person who has not even worked, they left university the other day. This one went to school up to P6. Where are they going to get land title? Most of our villages, there's even we don't have titles. So how will this person go to the bank?
So how can the bank also be safe so that they are also protected, because in that process they tend to safeguard.
The government can come with measures and say, if you want this money to buy maybe machinery, identify the machinery, let this committee verify the machinery and buy for you. If we are 3 and the money is given to me, how sure are you that this money we shall put in the interest of the 3 of us?
So now, Honorable, will you take that not only to the Parliament but even to show a memorandum of your submission to the President? Because we,
as a team, as youth members of Parliament, as National Youth Council leaders, we've had this conversation, and that is why you see a program that was put off is now being brought back. But we are demanding and saying the youth of this country don't have the luxury to even start business. How do you expect them to convince someone with a land title, to convince someone who's working somewhere to come and guarantee? Put stringent measures. If they are going to make
you're already working on it.
Yeah, that is coming forth.
Yes.
But also what is very important also is the issue that everyone knows, the issue of mindset change.
Okay.
People use like 7, 6, 10 millions to process all these things to go to Dubai. If you go to Owino, if you go to Nakasero, if you go to Nakawa and find our brothers who are vending there, their capital is not even 1 million. But I can guarantee you they make more than 20,000 in a day. So the issue of perception, mindset, that I need this money,
6 million rand and go to
go the other side where you are not even certain, where we know you might not be sure of actually work. And the conditions are terrible.
I think the issue is not here. Mindset is good for anyone. But do you know what is mixing the mindsets? Is what I talked about. The environment is free. As government licenses labor exporters, you find all the media is advertising and gearing up everyone to drop whatever she's doing to join them for free jobs or whatever opportunities. That in itself confuses the environment, the people we are blaming for mindset.
I want us to agree that it is not factual that 100% of the labor export business is actually negative.
It's not 100%.
Because now when you cannot say this totally is not working. We are saying, whereas there are people who are bringing in something, but there's the other percentage who are being exploited, whose organs are being extracted, whose rights are being abused. And we are saying, what if that percentage will provide better conditions here and support them, such that the mindset of being very desperate to spend 7 million to go out, you can say, I'm not going to buy a border, I'm going to start roasting chicken here, I'm going to buy a milling machine and package food. After all, Uganda is known as the food basket of this region.
As you conclude, you'll be giving your final word, then I will be coming to you. But this is important. In all this, as we try to address the challenge of unemployment, we are mindful of the government programs, including the latest, which I believe you've taken time to even, sensitize and create awareness. The parish development, right? Model. And it also is one of an initiative to bridge the gap of unemployment. And of recent we had...
But the target is 39%.
Yes, 39%. 39%?
Yes, it is not for everyone.
It's not
It is for the other ones who are now grouped under subsistence survival, what the president calls Echida Chonka.
Is it in any way including the Myoga program, and that one as going to address the unemployment of the youth? That's one. Two, we are already hearing, the voice of the ineffectiveness of implementation, especially for those who have been caught stealing the money. It happened in Kitugum and even in Kabale.
The good news is that they were arrested.
Okay, so how best are we going to, use it as a tool to also contribute to sort of unemployment?
Everyone has a role as leaders.
In 2 minutes.
The right intended persons to benefit from this get the information. Quite often programs come, but we are not able to give them. Government must break it into our local languages. That for someone who didn't even reach P7, there is always a radio station within our localities. Those radio stations must be very deliberate to break this in the best language understood by these locals. Now, as leaders, you, the fourth estate, must also hold us accountable, must ensure you do audit and find out this program came, how many people have actually succeeded? Can we use them? And those who are abusing the project, can we have them face the hands of the law?
Thank you. Now what will happen next time, I will, either after 1 year, I will not hurry you up. I'll be very much interested to know those who have benefited from the youth livelihood program, because you easily get that statistics. The youth, basically, those who have benefited from the past development model, so that we begin to say,
and I am one of them.
I'm grateful for that.
From Kampala.
You will give us the last markers, you will close. Kindly tell us.
Yes.
Do we have opportunities in 3 minutes that can, in Uganda, that can solve an employment problem and also end the exploitation of labor? In 3 minutes, and you give us your last.
Me, I told you, the issue is I cannot treat cancer like malaria. Yes, the issue of unemployment is deep-rooted into the whole political economics.
Specify it and give us recommendations.
I mean, I cannot be promoting the programs Honorable is trying to talk about, and at the same time, you
want to fight it?
No, I don't want. I want it to happen in a good environment. For instance,
the environment is already a very good one.
No, not really. Environment that is.
This country is by and large very peaceful.
You are driving me very fast. Let me make my submission.
His recommendation.
Yes, let me make my.
Bad situation. I'll be interested in that, sir.
The contradiction is here, and you don't want to believe it. So if you don't want to believe it, you just continue. The issue that is affecting government good programs that are being proposed day and day is that they bring it in a heart of maybe wanting to please the hungry people who may want quick money. But the issue is when you go to the radio stations and TVs around town, you'll find them advertising and gearing up everyone to go for these jobs abroad. In other words, they're telling everyone you should leave Uganda. So who will stay and embrace these cheap paying programs you are bringing?
And
who is going to be appetized? When a maid who never went to school is able to be enticed to go and earn 900.
That is why you are the president of the voice of the voiceless. I expected you, because I believe you being the president of the voice of the voiceless, another person will not copy you. We are not going to have millions of young people all yearning to become president of the voice of the voiceless. The question of the day is, apart from being the voice of the voiceless, what are practical means that another young person who should not go out should do? Practical, local examples.
Give us your last 2 points.
Not office, not too much English, not office things.
I don't want to say, you ask me for a practical thing someone can do.
That's what we need.
I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie. And I don't have any practical thing.
What do you do apart from this?
Okay, let's see.
Listen to me. You know, for you used to maybe tell everyone to be pleased of the government programs. But the fact
we are not
is...
discussing government. We are discussing how we can help government.
Let's end it this way. Let's end it this way. I will hear your last recommendation. I will hear your last recommendation. What can make the youth outside there to have hope that there will be an employment, much as we know there are tough areas, the tough situation they meet. Just 1 point as you say goodbye.
So government should embrace the labor export or the labor migration industry and get in position to protect its own.
That's right.
That way, its own will go, work, remit to the country. They will also add into the dollar balance and also try to assist their small family or families home.
That's
that way, we can try to assist and avoid a repetition of going to give these PDM monies, which are going to be eaten. The next day they won't add anything. After eating this money, like the Myoga money you brought, people got it and they ran. They went
also very
for
many
China.
success stories.
It's fine, but the fact is that even if you bring these 100 programs without listening to what we are telling you, the wave says everyone must go.
Let's go to
you know.
Yes, let's go to him also. Thank you so much.
So how do we protect those who have gone?
Thank you, my brother. I believe there's no one solution that will solve every interest of our citizen. Labor export is okay, but we are saying, government, wake up. There's a lot of exploitation of our people. We need stringent measures. We need laws. We need to ensure that before someone lives here, a technical team have verified the copies of their contract, such that there are no hidden clauses that someone goes and not all the full payment enters their account. But I want to urge my fellow countrymen, especially the youth, that wherever we are, God has given us an opportunity. The same way we look at a tree, others look at it as charcoal, others look at it as timbers, others look at it as furniture. Let's look at any opportunity that comes our way with an angle of productivity. Any job you can do, please, be it chapati, be it in Nakasero, be it in Owino, you go for that. As leaders, we want to push and ensure that government removes these caveats, that before a young person goes for loan, they need a title, they need doctor, or my brother, or me to recommend. Government should support our people. Tax waiver for youth should be off. We have so many people come to this country, they are given waivers, even free land. How about our fellow citizens?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I want to appreciate you, Honorable, and please say the last word to the viewers. As
we close this show, I want to close by again thanking you, our viewers, thanking my brother here, and I pray for Doctor that as you go for the race, leadership comes from above. May God give you the grace to go and serve this country. You have interest on labor, you're a member of COF2, I am guided, and so may your aspiration go at the regional level.
Thank you.
And may the grace of God be with you.
thank you for always trusting in God, and also for that, gracious, submission and support. Thank you, Mr. Abdallah.
Yes.
I've taken note of your passion, that indeed something will be done. And the Honourable Member of Parliament also was heads on, believing that indeed something needs to be done better. But we have finally agreed that there are a number of these available opportunities that we should look into. We are not saying Uganda is a cursed country, we don't have any opportunity. It's a country that is even blessed with agricultural, productivity, where our land you can grow and do something. And our encouragement is outside there. We can always believe we can do it best. And the viewers and myself, I remain Dr. Joseph Tideba, and I believe by Thursday, Honorable, please speak to other members of Parliament I'm also speaking to.
Yeah,
I am a very suitable candidate.
We'll speak to them.
The issue of Yara is not only for political parties, they have interest groups, and I'm for workers. Please, I'm the only one worker, by the way. And we can make it, and I'll be the 9 workers MP for Uganda, and I go and add voice on these issues that I've seen.
Yes.
I'm passionate about.
Also,
good night until I see
Issues
you
of
next time.
environment should be key.
amalgamate the constitution before you come up with the East African thing. The constitution should come.
We shall come on that again. Thank you. Good night until we meet next time.
You want to
Smart 24, driving business.